wake up, the tea is hot. Make a Kim and Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the gossip flow. The morning tea is your daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. Stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun. Pour a cup, let the chatter spring. Your morning fix is here with they. Make a Kim and Rebecca agree. The morning tea is the place to be.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey, y'all.
I hear, okay. I heard something. I'm like, what is that? That's me. My volume is up on my phone. So I'm like, I hear myself. Where am I coming from? But good morning, y'all. It is Women's Worth Wednesday on the Morning Tea Radio Show. How are y'all doing this morning, ladies?
I'm good. A little sleepy, but I'm good.
Yeah.
You look good. Y'all both do. Y'all look so vibrant and just, I woke up like this ish.
Well, you know how the trio do it. You know, we wake up winning without winning faces on.
I'm just saying. I'm waking up and trying to still wake up.
That.
It has been a, let me see when I left Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's been a hectic 5 days trying to catch up. But we are here as we continue to share. So if y'all are tuned in and y'all are listening with us, make sure that you share the live, invite someone. We have an amazing show on today. Excited about the conversation on the morning tea. And as well as what we talked about last week. So while you guys are tuned in, I definitely have start sharing, like and share. Let us know where you're calling from. That's when I was on making calls. Let us know where you tuned in from. Let us know what you did over the weekend. If you enjoyed the 4th. The 4th was a holiday. It is like a holiday though. Did it seem like a holiday in Houston? Were y'all doing some 4th of July activities?
I went to the kids. They made food, and then they went to go watch the fireworks.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched a little bit from my patio. And
you watched it. You were able to see some?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What about you, Becca? Did you see any fireworks, any festivities happening over the weekend?
Yeah, we just kind of watched other people's, and then I bought a few for the boys. They popped, and we popped some in my mom's house. But you're right, it didn't seem like a holiday. And I think because of, what was it, on a Friday?
It was Saturday.
It was Saturday, yeah. And I think that's why it didn't seem like a holiday, because it was on the weekend. But
yeah.
It was cool.
I knew. So we got some people tuned in. Marcy, good morning.
Good morning.
Y'all rocking with us this morning. Make sure that you let us know in the comments where you're rocking with us from. And what you did over the weekend. We did have a winner from last week. Remember, we did a drawing. We had a winner, the person who invited 2 people. If you invited 2 people, you were able to be input into a drawing. And so shout out to Jay Kelly. Shout out to Jay for
let's go, Jay.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Class for myself. And we got some more drawings coming up. So you guys, there she goes. She tapped in real quick.
Right on time.
Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. Do us a favor. Continue to like, invite, and share. We are excited about today's conversation. So listen, if this is your first time tuning in to the Morning Tea Radio Show, we hope that you, if this is your first time, it's not your last time, but if you're tuned in, we utilize this platform for businesses, entrepreneurs, those who want to grow and enlarge your network and territory. So if you have an event coming up, if you want to get more exposure, if you want to be on the Morning Tea, reach out to myself, Rebecca, or Kim. We would love to have you on. But not only do we have businesses, entrepreneurs, we also have authentic conversations that we title the Morning Tea Topic, where we talk about things that happen each and every day. I always like to say adult conversation, judgment free, We are judgment-free zone where we love to have conversations that talk about everyday situations or scenarios. And I always say, if the experience hasn't knocked on your door, keep on living, because you just never know when the perspective of what we share on the morning tea will be your perspective. So we are extremely excited about today. Good morning, Trina. Trina, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Trina was out this weekend at a market. So Trina, let us know how your market was on this weekend. The exposure of you expanding and branding also in a new territory. Let us know how that is. So we appreciate y'all. We were talking about what we did over the weekend. So I went to Essence Festival. This weekend. Excited about celebrating two, I'm going to say, young ladies who turned 50. We were celebrating turn 50. And then also I got a chance to, I was a trailblazer, transformer honoree at the Big Easy Retreat right across from the convention center. And it was Essence is Essence. Listen, Essence is Essence. If you don't know, you're going to lose some weight. Listen, I probably did about 25,000 steps
per day.
On Sunday, I had almost 19,000 just on Sunday. So imagine the other days when there was a lot going on.
But it's good because when you eat all that good food, you just get off.
Balance. That's called balance, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah, because I ate some good food. Even leaving out Sunday, I ate some good food. I was like, oh my God, I haven't even finished posting all my content from the weekend. It was just so much going on. So shout out to Essence. I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experience of the concert on Saturday night, because y'all gonna have to tell me by Monica and Brandy, because what I saw was a little something when I saw about that. So listen, last week we talked about healthy boundaries. Is your mental health in check? And we had some challenges that we shared. So let's just give a recap, ladies. Let's talk a recap of mental health and the importance of mental health. Rebecca, you can go ahead and go first.
Basically what we talked about is being okay with not being okay, and being more open with finding that one person that you can talk to, and not necessarily dump on them, but not keep all that inside when you're not okay, because people getting out of here, and people are getting out of here due to stress, silent stress.
Yeah,
for sure. What about you, Kim?
Just y'all know Miss Kim, be over here on this solo vibe, and just being one with self and enjoying the quietness in my head,
Yes, absolutely. So thank y'all so much. Trina says she was in Canton, Texas at the first Monday market. It was good. People are talking about Hawkeye seasoning and sending friends and family back to purchase. Loving it. That's awesome. That's one important thing about being in the room and networking, and making sure that you are intentional with being there, right? Because a lot of times, Rebecca talks about it all the time with her unmute movement in regards to getting outside and not just being in a space without building those relationships with people, but being in a space where you're intentional and you're connecting. And so let's talk about, Rebecca, are you open to talk about what happened yesterday?
Yes. So yesterday it was my first unmute and outside initiative where a group of ladies, we went to a restaurant, sat on the rooftop, and we just networked. We just kind of told what we did, talked about ourselves, we introduced ourselves, and then as we introduced ourselves, I had each lady to take the first letter of their name and describe their self with one word with that letter. And so it had a lot of people thinking, but it had a lot of people to say good things about themselves, which I love that. We went across with who did what, how what you do can collab with what they do, and all of that. It was great, and I'm looking forward to the next one. It was really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to the next one too. I love the fact that it was some new faces as well. And I always talk about, you have to continue to build and get fresh blood, because eventually you can't just expect the same people to all
exactly.
Yeah.
So I love the fact, and I love unmuting outside. That's just
I know that's a whole nother movement.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so dope.
Yeah, unmuting outside.
That's what Candy was saying all weekend. I'm outside, girl. But excited about what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to go ahead and get into a commercial break. And when we come back, y'all do us a favor. Invite 2 people. We may have something else coming for y'all today. So invite 2 people to the live. We're going to put them in a drawing this afternoon because we got some special stuff. We didn't give everything away last week. We didn't give everything away so that we can have multiple days to be able to share with those. So super, super excited about that. So we're going to get into this one song. And when we come back, I got a little tea gossip about what happened at Essence this weekend. So you guys make sure that you don't go nowhere. Keep your face in the place. Share it. Invite 2 people. And we'll be right back with the tea gossip segment.
The perfect brew to start the day right. Good vibes and music shining so bright. With every sip, let your spirit soar. Open the window, let in so much more. It's the morning tea. It's the morning tea. We got the tunes to get you in your groove. A little inspiration.
100, Lady Audrey, take 2.
Lord, I'm running, trying to make 100. Southern Baptist here. Welcome to Retro Gospel. Won't do. Lady Audrey. Won't do. Won't do. Yeah. Unless you keep it 100, it won't do. Ooh, you on 100 now. But you ain't been to church in a while now. Chasing your dreams, yeah, I'm super proud. But when you meet your idols, never bow down. Fix your crown, write the vision, stack your business. You know the devil listening, pay attention. You're a diamond in the rough, it's hard to listen. The last thing you need is a preacher pimping. Who want honey? Most preachers money hungry, boy, I can't stomach it. Only run to a bag if I'm vomiting. Heaven send an offering if I ever wanted it. Ooh, Lord, I'm running. 99 and
Sir, studio's on fire. Take a break.
Won't do. Unless you keep it 100, it won't do.
Man, trying to make 100. Lord, I'm running. Ain't that something? I'm running, trying to make 100. Ain't that something? Oh my God. Just listening to that, you think about it, and we all are trying to do better, but saying trying to make 100 and 99 just won't do. Wow, that's something to think about. But excited about today's conversation. So let me tell y'all about the tea gossip segment. Today. I went to the concert, and I didn't go to Monica and Brandy's concert when they were, having their individual concerts. However, if you've never been to Essence, there's always a good lineup prior to the headliner. And let me give a shout out to Babyface and then Auntie Patty, because they did their thing on Saturday. Babyface gave us about 80 songs in 1 hour, all of the hits. And what was so crazy is he's such an entertainer that he can sing and perform the songs that he's written for other people. And the magnitude of going down memory lane, I'm talking about TLC, Tony Braxton, Boys to Men, his top hits, but just seeing all of the individuals that you really didn't think of, that he wrote those songs and they were #1 hits on the top charts for so long. And him being able to perform those songs as well was just something special. And then we know Auntie Patty gonna do her thing, right? With her outfits and her shoes, her taking her shoes out. We just know she gonna do all the things. However, my girl Monica and Brandy, I love Monica. I love Monica. And I like Brandy for what she did as Moesha and all of the things. However, they got on stage at 12 o'clock and didn't finish until 2 a.m. And the reason they didn't finish till 2 a.m., I love a good performer that can keep me going for 2 hours. That's absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. But if we waiting in between each set, because you got to change your wardrobe and your wig each time, is a tad bit ridiculous.
Yeah, that's too much.
I'm high off the song and then I'm down because I got to sit here with the lights off and wait on you to change clothes and your wig to come back on stage. So I was a little disappointed. And then their last leaving off the stage, they gave each other a crown, held hands, and said, "We thank y'all and appreciate y'all." I thought they was about to sing a whole song together. They gave each other, and I said, "I know it's not over. I know they not walking off the stage like that." So anyway, that was my experience, and I was a little disappointed because I heard my boy, and I didn't go to the concert, and I bought a ticket. I bought 2 tickets and sold the tickets, but I heard T.I. on Sunday tore the roof off the dome. And so I'm a little upset that I should have went Sunday instead of Saturday night. I should have went, or both nights. So that was my experience. So if you went to Brandy and Monica's concert, I would love to know your perspective and how the concert went for you, because it just was not good. It was so many complaints about Saturday night when it came to Essence. So y'all let me know in the comments. Rebecca, you didn't go to that one, did you? Uh-oh, we can't hear you. I know you didn't go. You didn't go, right, Kim?
No.
Yeah. I don't know what perspective it was, but anyway.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, that was all of the feedback that I got when they were on tour, where everybody was so looking forward to them, but they were diva. They were like, they would walk off in the middle. They ended it abruptly several times in several cities. And so I got a lot of mixed reviews.
What was going on? I mean,
I don't know. Now let me tell you this though. They was fly. What they put on, they was fly. But it was just like, you don't have to do all of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Changed her clothes, baby. She put on one. She changed her clothes one time. It was less than 5 minutes by the time she came back out. The lights were literally off, right? The lights were off. It was pitch black, and we were just sitting there waiting on them to come back out. And I said, 45 minutes of the show of all of that was them changing clothes and a wig. And why you got to change your clothes and a wig every time after each?
Oh no!
Every song?
No, it's too much.
Every song. When Monica went off, Brandy was changed. I mean, Brandy was coming on. Monica went and changed, but we had to wait. So if Brandy wasn't ready by the time Monica went off, we had to wait until she came back on. It was a bit much. It really was. So
they was trying to have a mini fashion show during the concert.
Yeah. No, Marcy, I'm gonna actually post a video of them ending. It was not good at all. It was not good. And then they did a lot of songs that a lot of people. Brandy did a lot of songs that people really didn't know. So it was like, okay, we just sitting here, and it's just. And she said it. I'm singing songs that wasn't released. Well, why are you singing songs that wasn't released and nobody know these songs?
Nobody know the song.
Because I was supposed to ask her, she got an album coming out. So it's songs that you've been having. Girl,
it was a bit much. I'm just like, I will say they did a great tribute to Whitney Houston, of course. Brandy loves Whitney, and then of course Monica loves Mary J. So they did. But anyway, I'll post some clips so you guys can see that, because it wasn't what's up. It wasn't
okay.
But anyway, let's move on to Miss Rebecca with the unmute segment.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Rebecca, the Unmute Yourself Queen. Let me ask you a question. Do you find yourself shrinking inside of rooms that you are meant to command? And do you ask yourself, why does this keep happening? Well, stay tuned for my upcoming segment, Unmute Yourself, and you'll see why, and get tips on how to change that. Stay tuned.
Hey y'all, hey. So today's Unmute Yourself segment, I'm just going to piggyback slightly off of, again, what we talked about last week. And the reason is because this is so very important to me. For so long when I was muted, I sat in my mess. I never talked to people. My mental was everywhere, and it caused a lot of issues. And I see a lot of you doing the same thing because I recognize it. So keep in mind that to me, that is still a form of being muted. Do not sit in, if your mental is bothering you and you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, hit your girl up, hit auntie up, because we need to be more open and vocal. And I get it. You feel like you can't talk to everybody because your business is going to be reran. And I get that. But that's just not your tribe. That's not your audience. That person is not your person. Find your person, release. Do not sit in that mess and sit and hold on to that and stress, because again, I recognize it in so many ladies, and I want us to be that voice. Like Mika always says, this show is for that. If you need to release something, if you need to vent, if you need to, you're going through something and you think nobody will understand because nobody has ever went through that, baby, I'm gonna tell you, Auntie Rebecca got the keychain, the hat, the postcard, been there, done that. So, and I'm sure so many other ladies have too, and they're just probably looking for that person. So my segment for today, my word of wisdom to you all: if you're going through something, do not sit in it and do not feel like you can't talk to anyone. Release that, because stress is a silent killer. So release that, unmute, get that off of your chest. And again, you don't have to feel like you have to tell your business to everybody, but find your person. That's my segment for the day. I love y'all, and so does God. So unmute and do not sit in that stress.
Do not sit, honey, because people is leaving here for
They
sure.
leaving her.
For sure. All right, that was it. All right, y'all know we got what we have coming up next. You just don't know how she coming through. So we're gonna go ahead and prepare her for what she has to talk about today. And y'all make sure, do us a favor, invite 2 people. We got something coming for y'all. We'll be right back with
Hey, it's your favorite Miss Kim on the Morning Tea Radio Show. Coming up next, let me ruffle your feathers. Stay put now. Don't go nowhere.
Hey, y'all. Hey. You know, I love it when we on the same page without talking. I really do. I'm sitting here like, you know, I just love it when we're on the same page. But again, to piggyback off of the subject on last week, because I too have dealt with the stress in my family the last couple of days. And so I want you guys to know to stop pretending that you're okay. You know, stop pretending that, you know, you care. Stop pretending that everything is good. When you know, find that person, that outlet, because when you keep all that stuff bottled inside, it explodes. That's what happened. You keep compressing and compressing and compressing. And then it takes that one thing. It's just like if you get a soda and you shake it and shake it and shake it. When you take that top off, you got a big mess. So, you know, just make sure you find that person that won't rerun your information that you share with them. You find a safe space to vent, because people are checking out. And the first thing, they end up prescribing you, you know, medication. And sometimes that medication helps, sometimes it don't. So take your mental very serious, take your stress very serious. You know, if you got to find a mountain, go run and scream if you just can't find anybody. But my DM is open. Those of you that have my phone number, you can reach out to me. You know, I can sit and listen. I can make you laugh, you know, but, you know, find your person in your tribe, and just stop pretending that you're okay, and get help. And sometimes help is just talking, you know, to people that's been there, done that, you know, and can write a book about it. So, and being you, be kind, you know, and stop pretending everything is okay when it's not. And just remember, your favorite Miss Kim. I love y'all.
All right, that's Miss Kim with the ruffle your feathers. Y'all let us know in the comments. Let us know if there's something you need to release. If you know there's something that you need to release. I love Gio had a post up yesterday about releasing something that you're holding on to. What are you holding on to? And what are you releasing? Pretty much is what her post said. And it makes you think about, what have you been bombarded with? You know, what are some things that you say, I've been holding this and holding on to this and holding on to this, or maybe it's a person. I've been holding on to people. I've been holding on to relationships. I've been holding on to whatever it may be. And I want you to post it. I want you to share it in the comments, because we can also hold you accountable for those specific things. I mean, from Rebecca's conversation and Kim, pretty much we're almost the same when it's mentally. And so just excited that people need to release some things, and it'll make you think about, what have I been holding on to that could be stressing me out, right? And I always say, always talk about, allowing God to be who he is. Things that we can't control, things that we can't fix, things that we just have to release and allow God to be who he is. It releases a lot of stress because it's like, okay, I can't change it. It's nothing that I can do. It has to be a God thing. So let me go ahead and release this and allow him to be who he is. And however it turns out, it just turns out that way. And so just it's very hard, or I shouldn't say hard. You have to get to the level of, okay, this is beyond what I can do in the flesh, in the natural. So it has to be super in the spirit. So let me just allow him to be who he is and do whatever is necessary and take control of certain situations and scenarios. But those are really good, really, really good. As you can see, we still tapping into the mental health.
Yeah.
And
sometimes you just need to say it. You don't necessarily need, any feedback or anything. You just need to say it. You don't need to be judged. You just don't need to be told what to do. You just want to say it. And you just want somebody just to say, I understand, and just be done. Sometimes them 2 words, I understand, is enough.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to get into this quick commercial break. And then when we come back, today's morning tea topic is social media. Is it building your life or breaking it? Is it building your life or breaking it? We got so many discussion points within this conversation and that will make you have a reality check within yourself and say, okay, is it changing me and who I am and my identity? Or am I being unmuted? Am I finally being able to express myself in a way that it is totally me? I've been muted for so long, as Rebecca says, and now I'm able to open up on social media and be my authentic self. However, is it making you or breaking you? So we're going to talk about that when we come back. So you guys make sure that you don't go nowhere. We're going to play our morning tea song, and we'll be back with the morning tea topic.
Wake up, the tea is hot. Make a Kim and Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the gossip flow. The morning tea is your daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. The stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun. Pour a cup, let the chatter spring. Your morning fix is here with they. Make a Kim and Rebecca agree. The morning tea is the place to be.
All right, we are back with the Morning Tea Radio Show. I wanted to say something before we tap into the Morning Tea topic. We did have a guest today. Unfortunately, not sure what has happened, and praying that all is well. But we did post on social media platforms that we were having a guest today. Not sure, again, what took place on today, but I just wanted to let that be known in case those are tuned in and they were waiting for the guest to arrive. Unfortunately, she will not be on today. So just wanted to tap in. But the morning tea topic, social media, is it building your life or breaking it? Okay, we know today we're in a digital world, right? We know today some people can be whoever they want to be on social media. We know content is the thing. Being a content creator, creating content to promote your business, to showcase your relationships, all of the things. And so I wanted to talk about this because what I had a conversation, and David and I talk about it all the time, where content is the new thing, where of course you can be whoever you want to be. However, in some cases, it is giving people a false narrative of what the reality is, right? And so I wanted to talk about authenticity or image. Authenticity or image. Are people showing their authentic selves, or are they creating a version they want others to believe? What is your perspective on that, Becca?
I feel both.
Okay.
I feel there are people that show up as their self because they have certain points they're trying to make or whatever. But social media to me has turned into a nothing but a big subliminal, just chaos pool. Like what it was meant for was great, but what it has turned into is becoming, not saying all bad, but for the most part, for what people use it for. People use it to be keyboard bullies. People use it to hide behind their real self. And that's unfortunate because what it's made for, it's a powerful thing that for business owners, for people who just want to get on there and vent, to, show themselves or whatever. But I think it has turned into both.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I totally agree. What is your
Yeah.
perspective, Kim?
Yeah, it's definitely both. It's definitely because even with the AI, people are not even they won't even though it's AI, if you're a size 8, 10, no, if you're a size 24, 26, and then you create this AI and you're a size 5, you know, that's a false image. We already understand it's AI and it's fine. You know, do your flyers because I do my AI flyer, but you know, try to make it as close as possible to who you are. But I like it for the connection and keeping in touch with people, you know, in business. So it's a good and bad thing. I think some people get overwhelmed with it and it stress them out because they may see people flashing a flashy life, you know, and they begin to feel like, why not me? Why not me? So it's both. It's a good and a bad thing. It just depends on how you use it. But for me, I like to come on as who I truly am. So when you do see me outside, I'm still the same loud, laughing, you know, size, whatever size I am, person in real life and not just on Facebook. So it can help and hurt.
Yeah. I think this is a good perspective. Marcy says, I intentionally share my trials and tribulations so people can see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's good because some people need that. They
Right.
and the authenticity to me is it means you're human, right?
Right.
You have certain people that want everything or they want the lifestyle that they showcase to be perfect. They want to show that there's no blemishes. And that's not reality because all of us have blemishes. All of us have life scenarios. And you may not share everything publicly, but people also want to know that you're human. Even as a business owner, you want to make sure you wasn't always in a space where you are. And even if you arrive to a certain space, there are still certain things that you continue to go through each and every single day. So having the false premises or the false narrative that everything is perfect, that's not what the people want to see. And I even talk about, even when I'm speaking or even when I'm going to schools and talking to young adults, I always like to, everybody, you know, and I'm not sure when y'all were in school, when you had the speaker that was on a high level and they never talked about the low level that they were.
That's how they got there.
Right. They gave you the perspective of this is where I am and you can get there too. Yeah. But what were all the missing pieces that you had to go through to get there, to get to those things? And I feel like some people seek validation through the platform rather than humanizing it and saying, okay, yes, I've arrived to this level and I haven't even arrived to the level of where I want to be. However, in order for me to get to where I am, these were the things that took place. So I love that intentionally sharing because we all have had those dark times. We always have had those dark moments. And that's why I enjoy what Rebecca talks about when she shares her dark moments of when her lights were out.
Right.
She was in her home serving customers because, yeah, she's in a space now where she has a brick and mortar, but it took some time and it took some blemishes in order for her to get to those specific places. So let's talk about business and branding. You know, can social media popularity be mistaken for real business success? What do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about that, Rebecca?
I think it can. But like you said, I've always been the person that wants to show up and tell the real story. I'm never going to say I woke up like this in business. Like it because that gives people a sense of, oh, I'm failing then. Oh, I'm failing because I'm not there and I've been doing it for longer. I've been, you know, I like to give the highs, the lows, the how I got there and all of that. But I think in that it does motivate a lot of people to keep going. So I think as far as business, your brand and all of that, I think social media is a powerful tool for that if you use it the way it's supposed to be used.
That's good. Yeah, when I had my decor business, I didn't really use social media much, only other than just like kind of posting, but it was a one girl show in the beginning, and then I was eventually able to hire, you know, people to help out. But it wasn't always easy, you know, when you're starting with bad credit, using your own money. So there's definitely some dark sides in running a business, because people think it's just, oh, everything is going good. You got this event. I know you made a bunch of money, but baby, you don't know how all the overhead,
Yes.
that's involved. I may charge $5,000, but heck, I could have spent $4,700, So, but yeah, I prefer people to just tell the truth about it,
Yeah.
because me personally, especially when some people, and then they're always flashy. And I'm gonna just say this, because my last coach, the reason I chose her was because of the lifestyle marketing that she used. But once I got close to her, that's not true. That's not true. So I don't like that. I would prefer you to just tell people the truth and let them know, hey, yeah, I've had to max up the credit cards to get things done. I've had to use my own money to get things done, but you keep going. And I'm just happy to say after 9 years, I was able to retire successfully and said I had a good run with my decor business.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And I think when you're building a sustainable business and you're not chasing viral moments, I always say not a one and done. Like we don't want one and done. We want a sustainable business. So how is it that I can create a sustainable business by using platforms to be able to enhance what's in place, right? People like realness. People don't like the fluff. They don't want the fluff nowadays. They want to know, what was your struggle? How did you get beyond these numbers? Because people are stressing about particular things, or they're getting themselves in a hole, but because of the perception of social media, wanting everything to look perfect, that's additional stress.
Yes, it is.
Yourself, because you're trying to still sustain this image of perfect when you're drowning on the inside.
And they feel like I was gonna say they feel like they're failing.
Right. You're failing because you have to continue the perception instead of saying,
keep up.
I did it wrong. I've always talked about I've had to pick my business apart and put it back together. As time continues to move forward in a technology, a digital space, all of the things that you were doing before, you may not be able to do those things now. But if you don't know how to move with the time, you can get stuck.
Yeah.
I can't continue to say, oh, I'm making 8 figures on something when I know I'm not, because my business is not sustainable. I haven't created a sustainable business, but I've created an image to make it seem like my business is being sustainable.
Yeah.
So Marcy said, a business owner once asked me how to become as well known as I am. I advised her that success doesn't come easily and warned about the dangers of comparing.
Yeah, that's it. The comparison.
Social media. Such a good statement, because that again can put you in a space of, why haven't I made it there yet?
Yeah.
Why am I not at 6 figures? Why do I not drive this car? And I've been at this business thing for 10, 12 years now, and I still haven't made it. So let's talk about that, Rebecca. Let's talk about that. The person who has been in business for years and they feel like they're stuck in a rut because they see so many people that has elevated, or they moved to the next level, or it seems like they've moved to the next level and they haven't. Let's talk about that.
And that's what I was just about to say. I hate that money plays such a big part in marketing now. Like at one point that wasn't a thing. Like you didn't have to get them and say, oh, I've made 6 figures. I've made multiple 6 figures. I'm a 7-figure this. I made my first 50,000 in a day. Like that wasn't a thing. And now, and I get it, some people use it for marketing, but I think that piece right there gets a lot of people stuck in that rut because they feel like, oh my God, I need that. How can I get there? Let me just keep going. Let me just keep this, keep that, this, that. And they might have a whole different business model. Like a lot of these people scamming, a lot of these people are doing different things that they're not even legally obtaining that money, or they're lying. So I just really hate that the lifestyle piece of it has been rooted so much in marketing, marketing the business and stuff. But what I do tell people that I talk to, they're like, well, how do this and that? I say, look at what you already have first. Before you count yourself out and make yourself feel like you're not as good as the next, look at what you already have. and build off of that, because sometimes you're not as far off as you think, just because you're looking at somebody else's. Again, like I always say, you're looking at somebody else's day 1000 on your day 2. So
all of that, yeah, all of that. And I've known some people who was fortunate enough to start a business because they may have received a lump sum of money, but they don't share that. It's the stuff that they don't share. Talk to your average person who may have a 600 credit score, on a 9 to 5 and want to start a business. Just tell the truth, because everybody, didn't get grandma or granddaddy's inheritance, and it just popped in their lap, and everybody pitched in and helped them. Tell the truth, and then I believe when you tell the truth, you will get your true audience. And they will respect you for that, because like you said about the business model, you may tell somebody, I can show you how to make 5,000 in a day, but if I'm selling cupcakes, it's going to take a whole bunch of cupcakes versus if I'm selling, another high-end product, so you have to find that right person and then still vet them out. Because like I said before, I thought the coach that I chose was because of the lifestyle marketing, because that's the audience, I wanted that at that time, but it wasn't true. So just be real and tell the truth about it, and you'll get your audience. Just be honest. If you say, look, I got $10, I need to invest, you might find somebody who can show you how to flip that $10,
Yeah. I'm gonna ask y'all both this question, because I think I think those who are tuned in and listening need to understand what their response would be. And the question is, when does inspiration become unhealthy comparison? It's a thin line between, it's a very thin line with that, because you can be inspired that can send you in a deep, dark space.
Yeah.
You can really. So I'm going to ask you, Rebecca, when does inspiration become a unhealthy comparison? What does that look like?
I think when you don't know who you are and whose you are, I think that's when it becomes, because me, at my big grown age, like I can sit all day and say, oh, I love what she got. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. That's my motive. It motivates me. Let me keep going. Let me keep getting at it, instead of being like, oh, I can't stand her. How dare she get to have that and I don't. Because I've always felt like that, because I don't come from money. Never had. My mama didn't have money, whatever. Everything I did, I got on my own, So I've always felt like anybody can have anything they want. If it's important to you, you're going to do what you have to do. You might not get it as fast as that person, or you may not get it the way they got it, but you can get it. Right. So for me, I've never felt the need to be like, oh, I'm inspired, but I'm so jealous because why that's not me. Because I feel like if I work hard enough, it can be me. And that's what I like to tell other people.
Yeah.
Kim?
That's why it's such a thin line. I love to be inspired. And I think it's a good thing, but like you said, don't be you. Like, don't compare yourself to that person, because you don't know how they got there. You don't know why they're like that. Just use them as like, you know what, maybe I could reach out to her and say, hey, because I've been asked, are you always happy? And I'm like, well, yeah, about 9.99% of the time, I always try to see the silver lining and everything. Do I go through stuff? Absolutely. But I'm not going to just sit in that mess. I have to encourage myself. And I would advise anyone, it's okay to have a role model. But even in having a role model, you still got to be careful and don't put that person on a pedestal, because when they fall, then you're going to fall. You know what I mean? So that's why it's such a thin line. You got to be comfortable in the skin you in, the place you in. You got to be content in all things, and take nuggets from different people, and just build the life that you want. Like you say, if you want it, go get it, and just take nuggets from different people, and enjoy being who you are. Be you, and just be kind. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Just be you. It's okay to be inspired, but don't compare, because you don't know how they got there. Yeah. And some of the storms they went through, baby, you probably couldn't handle it anyway. So be careful what you ask for.
Yeah. And I think inspiration should fuel your own fire.
Yes.
Exactly.
Fuel
Yes.
your own fire. Be inspired by, if you're listening to, you know, someone who has made it to whatever level that is, they've reached a goal.
Yeah.
Inspired that you can get there, but walk in the custom design shoes that God made just for you.
Yeah.
Timing is perfect. So
Mhm.
while they're getting whatever they're getting, and I always talk about this, if you in my neighborhood, that means I'm coming. He coming for me whenever
Yeah.
the time is.
Yeah.
And be okay with your timing. Be okay with your
Yeah.
timing on
Mhm.
whatever it is, because a lot of times we're inspired and we're chasing something and we're looking at a model image of somebody and what they
Mhm.
have, and we want it so bad, but that's not what God wants. God got a
Mhm.
whole nother route
Yeah.
for you and where you're supposed to be. What you are thinking in the natural, he has superpower in the
Mhm.
spirit, and he has something that's already aligned for you that you may have thought, this
Yeah.
is it. Oh my God, I want to be a content creator. I want to be a hairstylist. And because you haven't realized that, no, that's not the route that he
Yeah.
wants. And if you keep bumping your head and keep bumping your head, you may need to ask the Lord, Lord,
Yeah.
what is your desire for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
You
am
may not be ready.
what do I need to release? What am
Mhm.
I hovering or holding on to in my heart that's stopping me or hindering me from making it a little bit faster to wherever your destination is for me? And I think a lot of us get caught up in what we see, the glitz and the glam of what we see. We don't have, and this could be a whole nother show, we don't even have our business together to even get to the level of where
Right.
you want and where you want it to be. And maybe that's the piece that you're not getting. I need to make sure I'm prepared mentally
Mhm.
toward whatever it is that the Lord
Mhm.
has me
Mhm.
to do and where he has me to be. And I think we get caught up in the glitz and the glam of what it looks like, and
Right.
we get the very pivotal things and the important things that will sustain us. If he give it to you fast and you can't store
Not
it,
ready.
you can't sustain it, then why would he give it to you? Why
Yeah.
would he break your heart to the point to where you lose everything because he gave it to you just like that? So I think people should also invest in
A lot of people don't want to take the process.
yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
microwave. You don't
Yeah.
want to bake in the oven. You want microwave so it can
Yeah.
happen fast, it can come out hot, and then it's gone in a matter
Yeah.
of moments, rather than allowing it to bake, allowing the Lord to mold you, allow him to show you what you need to see, what you
Mhm.
don't need to do, who you do need to connect it to be, who you need to be connected with, who you need to be removed from
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
your finances in order. And I think a lot of times it's a longer process because we don't ask intentional questions and we don't wait on the responses of what we need to do in order to get to whatever that needs to be. So
Yeah.
that was very good. So listen, let me ask y'all this, right? How much time is wasted on social media? How much time is wasted when it should be intentional? And I can be honest and say sometimes I waste a lot of time sitting there scrolling, reading
Mhm.
stuff that I shouldn't even be tuned in and tapped into at that particular time because I should be doing something else. But how much time do people waste, and how is it wasted? Like, we got to look at self first. Like, how is it wasted time? All right, Rebecca, I'm gonna hit you with it first.
Scrolling.
Yeah.
It's scrolling.
Yeah.
And it is, y'all, it is like so addictive now to where I think I was telling you yesterday, Mika, I have to just sometimes put my phone on the charger and just leave it there because I can do one post and that'll turn into 30 minutes of just
Scrolling.
unproductive scroll. Unproductive.
Yeah.
Don't get caught in the comments.
Yeah, it's definitely dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't let it be good, you know. Yeah, it's dangerous.
And before you know it, you'll be because let me tell you, when something is hot,
Yeah.
like Nolan Wells story right now, it
Yeah.
got chokehold because I'm trying to read everything because I don't want to miss important details. And half the time it be wrong. Half the times the stuff be wrong. But what about you, Kim?
Yeah, it can be dangerous. That's why I say, you know, you have to take a detox from it. But I can get pick up my phone just to go to Facebook to look for one thing, and I get caught up.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, knowing I shouldn't be doing that. Then by the time I done scrolled and read, I'm tired, don't want to do what I initially went there for looking for,
Yeah.
you know, because I run across a skit and I'm laughing, cracking up. And then I want another skit and I'm laughing and cracking up. And next thing you know, I done wasted.
You have multiple platforms, so you're gonna go to Instagram. You're gonna go
Yeah,
to
I done wasted time. So yeah, it could be dangerous, you know. It can be.
all
Yeah.
love. So I challenge y'all. I challenge you to see. I'm gonna do this for myself too. I'm gonna challenge myself today. Count how many times you go to a social media platform. Just count it. Just count how many times you do it.
Oh
We'll
wow.
come back to this post tomorrow. And don't be playing, don't be lying. Now, if you didn't win 45 times, put your number in the comments. Let's just see how many times you click on any social media platform, whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube,
TikTok,
what's the other one?
Instagram.
What's the other one?
I haven't been on Instagram in a minute.
Any of the platforms. Just count how many times you pick up your phone and go to one of the platforms. I just want to see. So everybody who's tuning in to do that. So you guys, what do you think? What do you think social media was built for? What do you feel like? Why did they come up with social media? What do you think, Rebecca?
I think a big networking pool.
Mm. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, keeping people in touch, you know, keeping people, like if you wanted to find somebody and just keeping in touch. Yeah.
Actually built, I mean, it was really planned and thought out. And I believe to be sociable. That's why it's called social media. It's media platforms to be sociable. And being sociable is meaning, like you said, Rebecca, you know, a networking pool, building seeing those that you haven't connected with in a long time. You use it for the entity of whatever you can use it to the best of your ability. If it's for business, it's the fastest way, the global way,
right,
to grow a business of networking, right? It's all of those who are in different industries for you to connect with, right? If it's family, if you got out of town family, you can connect up with that. You feel like you in the same city or in the same town because you can see them, you can see videos, and then also just having fun, laughing at skits, laughing at videos, and laughing at stuff. And I said this weekend, I created that video. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I can dance. I can dance. I got a couple of messages talk about, girl, I didn't know you could dance. Baby, listen.
Yeah, you can dance.
You can definitely dance.
I can really boot up and shut up, but I choose to make a funny video because I'm like, y'all, come on now.
Yeah,
let's have fun. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, let's have fun. You know, I think Facebook is like talking to all your friends at one time too. It's like talking to everybody you know at one time.
Absolutely. It's made to be fun. It's not made to be stressful.
Yeah.
It's not made for you to idolize anybody. It's not made for you to stress out because you don't look like them.
Yeah.
You talk like them, because as Rebecca and Kim shared, you have no idea what's happening behind the scenes.
Right.
How long it took there. How many, I may have just been crying before I got on and did a live.
Yeah.
You never know.
And can I add something?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and this kind of goes back to what we were speaking on. Why is it so hard now for us as a people to say that somebody inspired us?
Yeah.
Or we are inspired by somebody.
Yeah.
And I think that's a challenge for today. Somebody, you know, in the comments, just drop who are you inspired by, why they inspire you, because we don't do that enough. People sit and say they are afraid to say that for whatever reason, and it's okay to be inspired by somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is, and it feels good for the person to know that they inspired you. You were inspired by them. I'm sorry, because it helps to know. And I'm not saying inspired, I want to be like you. No,
right? No, be
better than me. Don't be like be better than me.
Right?
Exactly.
Being better with me. Being better than me. Congratulations. I'm rooting you on. So it inspired you to do something, inspired you to move forward, inspired your thoughts, inspired those type of inspirations. Not I want to be like you. No,
Yeah,
don't
no,
be who God wants you to be.
exactly,
Because
exactly.
we all walk in our own custom design shoes that was built from the womb. So
Mm-hmm.
be inspired. So that's good. That's good, Rebecca. I appreciate that
Yeah.
for another challenge. Marcia said, but what's sad, some folks lose sight of who they are and take on the role of others. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Take on the role of others. That is so true. Take on the role of others. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Very good. So before we leave off, what advice would you give someone struggling to separate real life from social media? What would y'all give them as far as advice?
All the things we done said earlier. Be true to who you are, and it's okay to take gems from other people and apply them to your life if it works. But just be true to who you are. Learn to love who you are and seek God if you're not sure who you are and what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
What'd you say, Becca?
I agree. Just remember, as I say, who you are and whose you are, and just pull what's within you, because sometimes you already have what's needed, or probably more than who the person who you're looking at, but you just don't know because you have muted and kept it down so long to where you don't even see that it's already in you.
Yeah, that's good. And I'm just piggyback. Absolutely. Just be your authentic self. Nobody said you had to be this person. Nobody, don't feel slighted because you may not be where you want to be. I highly recommend, I highly suggest that you just get into your own quiet space and really seek counsel and guidance on, Lord, I know I want to be this person, but who do you want me to be? I know this is what I want to do, but what do you want me to do? And how do I do that? What are the steps I need to use from you to be able to do what you have already destined me to do, or who you have destined me to be? And then you'll accept the journey a whole lot better because you'll be learning at the same time. So when it does arrive, you can steward it well. Steward it well. So I agree with that. Nikki, I'm gonna give this. Nikki said, Rebecca Davis, because I know her story. I have seen her hustle, her gems, her struggles, and she's still pushing with a smile.
That's it. That's Rebecca. That's Becca.
Maybe I might get off of her and fall over, but I'm gonna show up.
Yolanda says, socials are the highlight real of people's lives. True connections and real sisterhood means through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm here with you.
I love that.
That's good. So good.
Yeah.
And she is such a sweet spirit.
She gonna go there with. She gonna go through with you. Take me through that with Yolanda.
Thank you for that, Nikki. Also,
that is so good.
Yeah.
That's inspiration. That's inspiration. All right, y'all. So we got some upcoming events. Rebecca was unmuted and outside on yesterday. I'm sure she has some stuff that's coming up as well. Becca, go ahead and share what you got coming up.
The 5-day Unmute Yourself Challenge with a Twist starts July 27th. The link is on my page. I'm gonna come back and put it in the comments here, but it's on my page. If you've always wanted to take one of the Unmute Yourself challenges and you haven't, this is it. And so get in it, because it's not gonna be, I'm only doing a certain number of tickets, but you're going to want to be a part of this one, because I have a lot of surprises for this one. So get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit in. Go to her page. And then also, I got July the 14th, a Media Mogul class. I got a Media Mogul class that's taking place on July the 14th. I know there were some that were in the class on last time. Awesome class. I'm excited about the next one. Those of you who didn't make the first one were requesting a second one. So it's taking place on July the 14th. Go ahead, grab your seat so that you can be a part of everything that we have going on. And then July the 25th, July the 24th, Friday, Fashion Friday with Marcy Jackson. Listen, y'all, we keep going up. Every time I add more tickets, the tickets get sold out again. So we are excited. We have a wine sponsor. We also have Ray's Things that will be there as well. Raynice Edwards. And then your girl, will be in the building as well. We're going to have a funky good time. Marcy's going to be talking about styling, signature pieces, statement pieces. Also, she has some new items that she's launching as well for you to be able to see. So exclusive. If you haven't registered, go to my page, Indigo Blue, as well. We got some exciting things coming up. And then also, before we get into Kim, on July the 21st, I have a free networking virtual Zoom. This is connected to people all over, and it is free. So if you are interested in joining us on July the 21st, there is an Eventbrite link that has went out. I'll make sure that I post it in the chat as well. Because listen, it's one thing to be in the room, but it's one thing to make the room, right? To make the room. And so we definitely going to be doing some intentional networking with those who are joining from all over. So if you know that you need to open up, make sure that you get in this unmute challenge. So by the time you get to the networking mixer and the other networking mixers, you'll be prepared to make sure that it's intentional. All right, Miss Kim, what you got coming?
Listen, let me sign. I need to re-sign up again for that unmuted. I need to go ahead and get on back in there. Save the day for September the 12th, the Unbroken Retreat. I'll be dropping more information on that as well. Looking for a few vendors. I'll be releasing that here, I believe, on Friday. Stay tuned for that. If you still would like to purchase a copy of the 2,426 Days Overcoming the Chains of a Toxic Marriage, you can find it on my website at www.powerhouse.com. And yeah, that's it. That's what I got for y'all. Just make sure you go out today and be kind and love on yourself.
All right, y'all. It's been an amazing Wednesday. We'll be back next week. Same place, same time, same location, right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show. Remember, the challenge of today is for you to post how many times you go to social media today. And then also, Rebecca had a challenge of sharing who inspired you. Share who you were inspired by. Tag them and let us know. We're going to have us a happy Wednesday. So we'll see y'all next week. Same place, same time, same location. Links will be dropped in the chat, in the comment section for the events that are coming up. Make sure that y'all stay connected. If you know somebody who wants to be on the Morning Tea Radio Show, make sure that they email morningtearadioshow@gmail.com. Reach out to Rebecca, reach out to myself, or reach out to Kim, and we'll make sure that we'll get you on. It is the month of July. Time is flying. Time is flying by. So y'all don't sit and wait, because the waiting is not going to make it happen. It's not going to happen. So we'll see y'all next week. Have an amazing Wednesday.
Love y'all. Be kind.
Love y'all. Mean it. Love y'all. Mean it.
Wake up, the tea is hot. Nigga, Kim and Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the gossip flow. The morning tea is a daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. Stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun. Pour a cup, let the chatter spring. Your morning fix is here with three. Mika, Kim, and Rebecca agree. The morning tea is the place to be.